This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
You are now listening to Sweep the Rack podcast featuring Brooklyn Rob and Big Mike.
Rob, what's good, homie?
Yo, what's happening, brother? What's going on? Sunday morning, breakfast and bowling.
Breakfast and bowling. What's better? What's better than breakfast? Breakfast and bowling.
You know, breakfast, bowling, and football. But, I mean, you know, I'll take breakfast and bowling since football's not on right now.
Yeah, for sure. No, I understand. All right, I know, Rob, you have some technical stuff to do on our end right now. So if you want to handle that, I'm going to start the show here by talking about some betting. Because What do I enjoy more than losing money betting on bowling? All right, so let's get into some odds here 10 minutes before the show. And I want to comment, I don't know what everybody else has on before the show in their local network, but mine is an ad for Crepe Erase to erase skin crepe. I don't know exactly what skin crepe is, but interesting infomercial. Let's talk betting. Start out Jason Sterner, plus 2,000. Plus 2,000. I mean, incredible odds, but I got to be honest. In this field of absolute killers going up the ladder, I really don't see Jason Sterner making a run. Like I really don't even feel that it's worth like a $10 bet. I mean, you know, if I had an extra $10 in my account, I would definitely throw it on there. But you know, that's just my opinion. I can't. I know we've seen that at times over the last recent history of some of these shows, but in this instance, I got to say, I think the especially those last three spots are going to be tough to climb through. You got Buttress at 1,600. Jeff Rickles on Twitter said he loves Buttress at 1,600. I responded back, it's tough for me to bet on somebody who regularly misses single pin spares on TV. I mean, I bet on myself every weekend when I bowl and I miss single pins, but started my tournament out yesterday, Rob, missing a 5-pin. How's that for you? I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable, son. Unbelievable, son. Unbelievable. I was so angry. Oh, my God. I was hot yesterday. I was hot, boy. I'm telling you. Tough day. But let's continue with the betting talk. Tommy Jones, plus 600. Plus 600. Max bet was $50. I maxed it out. Rob, if you want action, PJ, Dave, I know you're probably in the chat here somewhere. If you want action, text me. Let me know. You guys can get on that with me if you want. Okay.
Buttress would be I like Buttress because he's the only lefty on the show, right?
He misses spares. Rob, come on. I mean, he's going to have to bowl 4 games. You don't think in those 4 games it's somewhat likely that he misses a spare in a big spot that really costs him?
I mean, it's probably even money that he does it, but
all right.
For
so Tommy Jones plus 600. I maxed it out for $50. Belmo at plus 150. How do you not take Belmo at plus odds?
I mean, that's where all the money should go.
Yeah, I didn't see what the max was on that, but I put 100 on that. I threw 100 on that. So I have and I want to say we didn't do a live watch for the show that Don Barrett won. But I took Don Barrett on that show, and I cashed a big ticket on that show. So I'm free rolling here, okay? I'm free rolling, all right? But I got 100 on Belmo, and I didn't take anything on Chris Prather because he's minus 110. I just don't like betting the minus odds in a one-game match. That's just my personal opinion. They have odds on the opening match here. I believe it was Sterner minus 120. No, Sterner plus 125. Buttress minus 125. I believe were the opening odds on that match.
I would take Sterner. I would take Sterner.
Yeah, I laid
off.
off. Again, I like betting more on the outright winner than I do the individual matches, just because anything can happen in a one-game match. But all right, Rob, we got some people in the chat. Let's say what's up. Ian Lang, what's good? What's good? What's going on? Good morning.
Wait. No, that's where we're at today in today's game, man. How many people are gonna be throwing urethane? What, 3
Rob,
to 5 people?
The amount of urethane that was going down the lane at the event that I was at yesterday, dual pattern event, one long, one medium, was just shocking. It was shocking. I was like, I can't believe all this urethane is being used. Like, it's just really hard for me to believe.
You're really surprised at this point?
Yeah. No, not really surprised, but it was just like for what we were bowling on, I felt, it was a little.
Mike, so interesting point. I got to talk about real quick.
Pavlenko, what's good? Jason's in the building. Pavlenko Pro Shops in Jersey. If you're in Jersey, check those guys out. They know what they're doing.
Mike,
go ahead, Rob.
So I was over at B3 yesterday, getting some stuff drilled, and Wesley was telling me that the new urethanes are actually taking oil off the lane, which was interesting to me.
I agree with that. That's an astute observation, I feel.
Well, I mean, Calderon is the one that's doing a lot of the testing, so they test a lot of the patterns and the urethanes and stuff. And they were saying that they were stripping oil off the lane. So that was an interesting point to me, because everybody has this this thought process where urethane, all it does is push oil down the lane. And I don't think that's the case for a lot of the new stuff. So
Spags coming to watch the show. I put out on Twitter, come and watch the show with us. It's like watching the show with your bowling friends on Saturday morning, except we're all old. So, all right, Rob, who do you like here? Who do you like here today? Show's coming on in 4 minutes. Who do you like?
Honestly, dude, I can't bet against Belmo. I'm on the Belmo train all year. All year I am on the Belmo train. This is going to be a year for the ages. This is going to be his best season of his career. And it already starting to be. If he wins this major right now, it's already talk of that, because this will be his second major. And how many shows has he made already? A bunch. Hi, Lindsay. Yeah. Belmo.
I mean, it's so hard for me to disagree with you, bro. I risk sounding like a jackass if I disagree with you, quite frankly, at this point. I don't know. Here's one counterpoint to that. All right. Do you really think Chris Prather's going to go 2 majors in a row in the top seed and not win? And I agree. I agree with Spags here. I know Rob doesn't have a Flow Bowling account anymore, but obviously Spags does, and he says tough not to take Prather the way he threw it the last few games. If you watched, he did. I mean, he went 300, 279 at one point, late in a block. So like,
where does that make a difference? What he did last night?
I know.
It's a whole new tournament.
I know. I understand. Yes, I'm saying it's tough. Rob, I just said it's tough to make an argument against what you're saying. But if I have any argument, that's what it would be. It would be Prather's in the top spot for the second major in a row. The last time he was in this position, he made a couple bad shots, a couple costly errors, I'll say. Not even bad shots, costly errors, and then maybe a questionable ball choice. Okay, is that? I don't know. I'll be really surprised at the end of the day if that happens again here.
Honestly, it's a 1-game match. I mean, it's so easy to lose 1-game matches when you're in the finals, and the number 1 seeds historically have been not having a really good run of it lately either. Honestly, has there been any number 1 seeds that have won this year? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Not in the bigger events.
No, it's so much of an advantage having games going into the final match on the pair. Bowling the finals it's such a disadvantage. Bowling the number 1 seed match.
People in the chat. People in the chat are
Oh.
saying they can't wait to see you bowl the World Series next year since you're back.
I'm not getting my card.
I do have a question for you though that came up in a group chat last night because my college, St. Peter's College, now St. Peter's University, made the tournament, baby. Let's go. Peacocks.
Dance.
Peacocks are in the dance. Let's go. All right. So there was a group chat going around last night, and I just got to ask quick, are you bowling the TAT this summer?
I am. Yes, I am. I will be there in July.
All right, so I have a couple buddies that are high. Well, one of them I know is a listener of the show, Dunleavy. Shout to Dan Dunleavy. They want me to come out. They want Sweep the Rack at the TAT this summer because they're going out and bowling USBCs and the TAT right at the end of it. And they were like, "Yo, you need to come out." And I was like, "You know what? Let me check with Rob and see what his plans are." And what do you think, man? Sweep the rack at the TAT.
Dude,
Sweep the rack at the TAT.
Yo,
I got to listen. If I'm going to come out there, though, honestly, I need to get it together. I do. I'm so disappointed in myself. I practice. I throw it great. I go out. I bowl competition. I bowl like a dog, bro. Like a dog. Like, oh my God. And then the good shots I throw, I'm like, oh my God, if I could throw that shot 8-9 times a game, I'd be winning right now. I'd be winning this. I'm like, you got it's just all right. Enough of my nonsense.
Personally, anybody that has a good bowling like IQ and is good in their own outright needs to bowl that tournament, honestly. And when you go out there, Mike,
bowl it. I really would.
When you go out there, Mike, you will see the level of competition in that tournament, and you will go every year to that tournament.
No, I can imagine,
dude. So look, like my plan right now is to be there probably Wednesday night and bowl Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and probably leave Sunday after the finals if I make it.
Okay.
So you already know my plans. That's where I'll be.
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk about those dates, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do some negotiating on my end. So give me a few on that. All right, Rob, the intro's on here. The show is starting. Yeah, the intro looks good. Looks really good here. It's on Big Fox. It's on Big Fox. All right, so everybody's clear.
I'm still on FS1.
And I think we should do generally the same thing that we did last time, where when the first match starts, we'll pause for a little bit, and we'll let it go maybe 30 seconds or so people can catch up with us. Right.
Yep. All right. Let's see what's going on here. I'm excited, man. Live commentary. Why is the live commentary shows just because it's so like raw, man? We don't know what anything could happen, Mike. But look, I'm looking forward to a great show here. I really believe Belmo is going to win today. That's where.
All right, so one of the storylines obviously is does Belmo get number 15? Right, that's one of the big storylines here. Another storyline to me is Urethane, obviously, with all the talk and all the hoopla on Urethane over the last few weeks. Is Urethane going to perform on the show? Is a Urethane ball going to win this? If a Urethane ball does win this, is it a purple hammer? Okay, is it a purple hammer? So interesting to me here, Rob. They just put up a graphic with the step ladder. Belmo plus 150 in the 3 seed. Tommy Jones plus 600 in the 2 seed. Man. Wow, that's respect, honestly. I mean, Tommy Jones. This is Tommy Jones, right? This is Tommy Jones, who's been in the 1 or 2 spot in this tournament all week, pretty much.
Here's the thing: is I don't see I don't see the betting odds for bowling right now. Actually, they understand it fully yet. And that's probably the reason why that they only put max bets up to a certain amount. Right. I think they know that they don't understand. Hey, Fox, if anybody knows Fox, have them reach out to your boys right here. We'll give them the info. We'll give them the odds. Cut us in a little bit of that betting percentage. Yo, man, and we'll have your lines tight. We will have them tight, let me tell you.
Wednesday, I guess we'll have to talk about it, right? We'll talk about it.
I tried to do some info digging, by the way, on that. I reached out to some people, some contacts. Nobody knows. It's the biggest inside bowling secret right now, and it's driving me crazy, Mike, because we don't know what's going on, and I don't have any idea. I've heard softness. I've heard differential. I mean, this would be a huge blow to the USBC if this ball ends up going through testing and then they have to pull it off shelves because of it being illegal. I mean, oh man, the USBC hasn't been having a good so far last few weeks, huh?
We got
Disney
somebody
Springs.
watching from Disney. Man,
Yo!
that's dedication. That's dedication.
Mike, I was just there a few months ago, man. Disney Springs, yo. I bowled in that Bolero, or it wasn't a Bolero, it was some bowling alley in Disney Springs, man. It was like one of those, like, high-end type bowling centers.
Yeah, I was there in July. So, all right, doing an interview with Belmo here. I got my TV on mute, so I don't hear what he's saying.
Hey, Kimberly's back, though. Kimberly's back.
We're getting ready to start the first match here. Rob, are you ready to pause your TV for 15 seconds or so?
I am.
All right, I'll put a countdown. Hold on. Wait until they do the handshake. People, if you want to pause with us, it makes it a little easier to do it. All right, to watch the show with us here. But we're going to wait until they start the handshake here. They're putting up the odds, showing you the odds. Okay. All the same odds we discussed. I would say another storyline on this show is, can Buttress get locked in on the left side and make a run? Right, that would have to be one of the storylines here to me as well. Splitsville, people are that's the name of the place. All right, here we go. I am going to pause right now. I'm going to start the clock. We'll go about 15 seconds here. And again, if you guys want to pause with us, probably make it easier to watch the show. And I am going to hit play right now. All right, here we go.
So look, like, I really feel like there's a bigger issue here with the Spectre, and I know I don't want to get into it, but I just read some comments. There is a little bit of a bowling ball war right now going on, in my opinion. And we'll talk about that Wednesday night.
On Twitter, Sean Ryan from Storm responded to something I said on Twitter regarding the urethane. As you understand that it's a don't look up type war going on out here right now. Yes? And I didn't even know what "don't look up" is. I didn't even understand his reference. So I went on YouTube and did a little research and watched a couple clips, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's basically saying it's like Armageddon out here." I guess there must be some truth to what you're saying. All right, Rob. Jason Sterner striking the first frame. Purple Hammer is in the building.
Purple Hammer is in the building.
Purple Hammer's in the building. At least we know that the Purple Hammers being used are of legit quality.
I know, but it's just not fun to watch. Let me guess what Buttress is using. They haven't shown it yet, at least on our feed. Take one guess, probably what he's using. I would imagine a Purple Hammer. So Purple Hammer against Purple Hammer, snooze fest.
Yep, Purple Hammer.
Oh, I'm actually on a little bit of a behind delay. I'm like 2 seconds behind you.
Okay.
Which is fine.
All right. Well, Purple Hammer's in play, obviously.
Purple Hammer. And the pins are falling like in slow motion with these Purple Hammers. All right, so we got two Purple Hammers. Now, Sterner using a urethane out of the gate is going to affect everybody and the rest of the show on the right side, Mike. So, that's something to look out for. I'm assuming by now, guys like Belmonte and Prather are probably used to it, when making the move from urethane. But, from people using urethane.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 2 urethanes, 4 purples on the rack.
It's not surprising.
Here's a good comment. Leon Platt, rack is full of purples. No idea how companies can push upper end reactant when it's never on TV. I
Yeah, it'll
100%.
be on TV. It'll be on TV.
Mike,
You know?
remember back in the day when you were so looking forward to watching the show to see the new bowling balls these guys were using on TV that weren't
Oh,
released
yo,
yet?
that was like one of the best parts of the show, wasn't it?
It's the
You're
best.
so right. That's such a good
Dude.
point. Like you always wanted to tune in on Saturday to see what new bowling balls were being used, and then you'd go to the JBT on Sunday, and the Hallidays would have all of the balls that were being used. They'd have every single one. I'd be like,
Yeah.
how do these kids already have these balls? I just saw it for the first time yesterday. They already got it.
Yep.
All right. Starting out hot here. Starting out hot in this match.
Sterner is real close to leaving a 10 pin right now. I mean, you could just see it. The way his ball's like on the back of the lane right now. He's
so can I make a
how good am I? How good am I? You could see it a mile away. The way his ball is entering the pocket, it just was 10 pin the whole way down the lane.
He's fast. I mean, he's fast, especially for using urethane. I feel like he's very fast. I want to ask a question, like a theory question about the urethane and the use of urethane. Like, there's no wood lanes left, right? And urethane surfaces started coming out, I guess you would say, in like the early to mid 90s. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of these places that have these urethane surfaces, I mean, what's the latest they could have been installed? You know, a lot of these bowling centers, these bigger bowling centers, especially these Bolero bowling centers. Like I know for a fact, the Bolero center that I bowl in, like their urethanes had to be installed no earlier than like 2000. You know,
Okay.
and okay, so here's where I'm going with this. If a lot of these, even synthetic surfaces are older, right? They have a lot of use on them. I hear a lot in blogs that I watch, from Brad and Kyle in the house and Darren Tang, that a lot of these surfaces that they bowl on tend to hook a lot, especially in the front, right? Could it be part of the idea that urethane is so successful right now because the surfaces, a lot of them are older and have a lot of hook built into them, and therefore you can use the urethane? Hold that thought, Rob.
Yes.
Jacob Buttress through the face, six through the face. He's got a chance to make this here. He's definitely got a chance to make this here, but he's still going to be down in the match even if he makes it. And with the way Sterner's playing the lanes, it seems as if Sterner's saying, I'm just not going to make a huge mistake. Even if I leave a couple 10 pins, I'm going to take that. I'm just not going to make a huge mistake. And Buttress makes that big mistake here. So in a tough spot. Back to my theory question, Rob. What do you think about that?
I think you're spot on. I think there's actually two probably items that are why urethane is being so successful right now. I do think it is the lane, and I do think haven't been a lot of really new bowling centers built. Or I mean, how many bowling centers are actually going to install new lanes right now?
That's what I'm saying. Like
it is
since the advent and the expansion of synthetic lanes in bowling, how many places who got them at one time between the mid 90s and let's say the early 2000s, let's say 2005, right? How many of them have updated their surfaces? None. The answer is zero. Right? So
yeah.
And I don't know.
That's one part of it.
I know nothing. I know nothing about how use impacts synthetic surfaces. I know very little about that. All I know is that a lot of the stuff that I watch and pay attention to is completely saying, is constantly saying, oh, these surfaces hook a lot.
The other aspect that I heard that a lot of people have talked to me about, now I could be off here, but is the fact where also the lane patterns and the lanes are about 15 years behind the ball technology. So between the surfaces of the lanes and the patterns in the oil, I feel like it just it equaled like all this urethane being used, or it was an item of it between the lane surface and the oil and the patterns.
So I assume then, right? I assume then that the way to solve or the way to address that would be higher volumes.
I mean, obviously they would have to probably, and we need to get someone on the show that could really like give us the breakdown of what they feel
some
like
knowledgeable
they need to
insight into the synthetic surfaces, the condition of those synthetic surfaces, the nature of how that affects the lane play, and what might need to be done to address that, or address some of the lack of updates between the equipment and the surfaces. But all right, back to the action. Jacob Buttress, spare strike. Yeah, he is. I mean, Sterner's just playing them safe. You know, he's not going to do anything crazy. Buttress made a mistake that Sterner was likely waiting for. And halfway through this game, you know, Buttress is in trouble. All right, Rob, first commercial break here. Rob's going to throw up our commercial break thing. Stick with us. All right, we'll be back in a few. All right, Rob, we're back. The show is back.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
Apologize about the lane graphic there. Obviously, this is in the U.S. Open Championship, so
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about my bets during the break, and I like the odds. Obviously I bet with the odds, but yeah, I'll be surprised if Prather bowls less than 230 in this championship game. So I think it's going to take a lot to beat him today. But all right, back to the action. As we said right before the commercial break, Jason Sterner has a tight grip on this match right now. Up by 25, really 35 if he strikes here.
Mike, I kind of feel like he's due for a 7-10.
Oh, you're clouding him and calling the 7-10.
I
don't know
feel
about
like
that.
He's due for one in this match, Mike. That would be a ballsy prediction, but I'm going for it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do something really, really stupid right now to put Buttress back in this match.
Yeah, I agree with Robert Hamilton. Like he does, his look is really good. It's
fresh.
Yeah, he has the hook he needs. He has the reaction he needs. Ball looks good. He left that 110 pin early. Left that 110 pin early, but other than that, it's been good. And now this shot, he gets away with one. So he's got a little left too. Yeah, this is Buttress can still apply the pressure here, and Sterner's going to have to get up and make shots in the 8th, 9th, and 10th. But he needs every strike from this point out, and he's got to hope that Sterner either catches a terrible break or makes a huge mistake. What's Belmo going to be doing here?
Oh, that's a good. I don't know.
What is Belmo going to be doing here?
I don't know. I think he's going to be using. I don't think he's going to be using urethane, Mike. I don't know though. It's such a just. I'm up in the air right now. I'm undecided. If you were to give me a prediction, I'd probably think he'd be using something a little bit smoother, but he's not. I don't think he's going to be throwing the pitch black.
Fred Hunt saying this is a good match. Fred, is this a good match? I don't know if it is, Fred. I'll be honest. Like if Buttress would have made that 6 spare, that split, then I think we'd really have a decent match on our hands here.
Or Sterner, if
Sterner has
right now.
Sterner has 3 frames left to bowl, and he really doesn't. He just needs to keep it clean. He can miss 2 out of 3 of those frames with a spare, and still be in good shape here.
I'm curious to see, what PJ. I'm curious to see what PJ Haggerty is going to say about Belmo. Let's bring him on and see.
We have a guest.
We
have a guest. This is what we do at Sweep the Rack. We bring the guest in. We bring in those people that have more background and experience and knowledge than we do to help us understand what's going on. PJ,
that's hard to find, Mike. That's hard to find these days, Mike.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's high level. We're bringing somebody in. It's high level. PJ, good morning.
Oh wait, your mic is. What do you got, man? You got to change that mic. You got to hear you.
Can't hear me?
Oh, there you go. You good now?
All right. Cool. Man, Sterner looks good.
Sterner looks good. He does. I'm waiting for a 7-10 though. Oh, it's it. This match is over.
Jacobs bowling well. He on the show, and there's only one ball being thrown, right? So this match is likely over, but I'm curious to see what the other 3 matches are going to look like. I got to imagine Belmo's going to be using a pitch black right where Sterner is, maybe right on top of him. And
so let me ask you, PJ, is that for look, or is that just to also screw up Sterner's shot too, or is it a mix of both?
Knowing Belmo pretty well, I don't think he ever tries to I think Belmo's he knows that he's better than everybody else. So he's just going to play his game. But clearly, Urethane looks pretty good from 8-9, and we know that Belmo's won lots of majors throwing it in that same spot. So I would expect Belmo to, and I have no idea. We haven't seen any practice shots. We don't know what he's going to do, but I can't imagine these guys are going to play left until, maybe the title match or maybe the third match.
Yo,
Gotcha. So
I just got word that somebody just texted me and said, "Yo, you can still put in. You're still able to put in a bet on this first match." And
what?
I swear I just got $100 bet in on Fox Bet
On Sterner?
Yeah, on Sterner in the.
I was gonna say, because if it's Buttress, you're the biggest idiot ever.
No, on Sterner. I mean,
what?
I don't
So you
know.
just
No, I don't.
What?
I don't know. I don't know if they'll honor that. I don't know if they'll honor that, but
He does need a mark.
I got it in. He does need a mark. Could you imagine if I lose this bet? Oh my God. This is going to be great. Actually, that would be great content if that happens. I'll be honest with you. That would be excellent content.
So you just put a bet on Sterner?
I did. I just put a bet on Sterner. I'll screenshot it and put it out for people if they want. I added $100 to my account. I had $2 left over. I put $102 to win $229.50 on Sterner, and it was in the 9th frame. It was after he bowled the 9th frame.
Scams, the scam of the year.
Shout to my guy Sean Slocum
Coming in. Slocum should be on the show, man. He's got the live bets going.
He's confirmed. He just bet 200 on him again. He just got a second bet in. I don't know. They're probably not going to honor these bets.
Oh no, don't worry. They'll find out that.
Probably.
Have they pulled back before? Have they pulled back the bets before?
I don't know. No, not. Honestly, I've never seen this happen before. So.
Oh wait, Sterner's switching in the fill. Oh, the resident is better. Ooh, that's a good move right there. I feel like at least he could see what performance looks like if he needs to switch out of the Urethane.
Bro, he just pulled 270. Yeah, he just pulled 270 playing 8. So he's not.
Yeah, no, he's not moving out of it. But that's the hard PJ. Probably the hardest thing to do on the show, right? Is use Urethane for like 2 or 3 games and have to switch out of it. No.
On the Belmo when he bowled Simo in Indianapolis when the ball looked really good against AJ and then he jumped 3 zones left and threw that shining Wolverine in the middle of the lane and the middle of the lane looked terrible. So I bet I don't know. I'm going to say Belmo's going to play right on top of him. He might be at 9-10 and just throwing BBs just like Sterner did.
I'm going to disagree with you, PJ. I think he's going performance and he's going to be standing left and throwing right.
All right, we're going to commercial here. Rob, put our banner up. PJ, stick around. We're going to have you here for game 2. Everybody stick around. I'm going to have an update for you people when we get back on my bet. I already got an update for you. Stick around. Rob, put it up. Rob, we're back. We're back. They're showing highlights on the show of the PBA's visit to Holler House, which is a historic bowling center, I believe, in Detroit. Is that where it is? Is it in Detroit, or am I wrong about that?
No, Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
You guys ever
Yeah.
been there? Probably not, I guess.
No.
That place is cool.
Okay. It looks
What about the bowling center, PJ? Have you bowled in that specific Bolero? Because I've heard terrible things about it.
My very first tour stop in 2000, I guess it was probably 2007, 2008. That was where they had the Masters. And yeah, two-sided. That place hooked a lot back then, and it's the same surface. And I was up in Reno yesterday. I was bowling a tournament, and I saw Jake Peters and Richie Teese, and they were showing me pictures of some of the panels in this place, where some of these front panels, you can stand on the back of the approach, and the front panels are completely crooked. Like lane 41 in this place, the front panel is completely shifted to the left. It's wild. Never seen anything like it.
Wow,
That's interesting. I don't even know what to say to that. What do you even say to that? I don't know.
Jake said if you stand far enough back and you get a high enough view, you can see some of the front of the lanes have a dip in them, like the lane literally goes down and then it goes back up. He said that place is tricky.
So yeah, I can't even ask how that would affect like actual like bowling ball going down the lane. Almost like a roller coaster. The ball, it reminds me of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off when the car is flying through the air. Is that what the bowling ball's doing? Is it like flying and then landing and then flying again?
And that a lot of the balls that are made to hook early look terrible. Not a specific company or whatever, but he's like anything that is designed to roll early looks so bad because there's so much early hook. So I guess that benefits guys that, number one, throw it hard, guys that are able to use cleaner stuff, and then guys that might have a little bit of tilt like Sterner that can get it through that jungle in the front.
We were just discussing before you came on, and I'll try and summarize the topic quickly. The idea that there's probably not a lot of new synthetic surfaces out there. Would you agree with that? That like most of these synthetic surfaces were probably put in the early 90s to early 2000s, and now most of them are 20 plus years old, and that likely affects how a lot of what goes on with the lanes. Would you generally agree with that?
Because especially in a center like this, or some of the a lot of the Bolero centers, because they all have either old HPL or SPL, the older that friction or the older that surface is, it forces the right-handers farther left faster, which then opens up their angles, which then can struggle to get their balls to go through the pins, where the left doesn't typically have as much play throughout the life of the lane, which means they can stand farther left and not have to move a ton as much as the right. So I noticed that in longer formats, the left can sometimes have a bigger advantage, especially on the older surfaces, because it forces the right so far left so fast, and you can't get the ball to go through the pins the same.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we have some shouts for PJ here.
PJ, who you like in the college? Dave wants to know who you like in the college basketball tournament.
Well, I do like Kansas for a couple reasons. Janae, my wife, used to work there. She used to work for the men's basketball team, so we're big KU fans. But they look good in the tournament, man. They look good winning their respective title. I also like Arizona. Granted, I'm a Pac-12 guy, being out west, but I was up in Reno yesterday. I did place a couple wagers on some games, and we looked okay. I did take Michigan State +6, mainly because of Izzo. I think Izzo's a great coach, and he was getting 6. They lost by 5, so got the dub there.
St. Peter's University, Dave. St. Peter's University. Check them out. Peacocks.
You know who I like?
Get with us.
You know who I like this year to make a good run is I like Purdue to make a good run this year.
Yes, man. They were up, and then they lost a couple of bad games, and then Should be a great week of basketball though, man. Great week of bowling too. We're gonna have bowling on every night this week.
I know. It is. It's the best week in bowling, PJ. I know. It's the best week in bowling. Yes, it is. The best week in bowling. There's shows all week. What are you talking about? All right. Breaking news. Yo, there's all kinds of breaking news on Sweep the Rack. Breaking news about betting opportunities if you're paying attention. Okay. Somebody shot a 900 with the Idle Helios today. Who was it, Leon Platt? Where is this? Where are you getting this from? Can we get confirmation of this? What's the deal here? Let us know, Leon. Come back in the chat and let us know. All right, second match starting here. Here's what I'm thinking as we're going into this match. How's Belmo going to play the lanes? Is Sterner going to be able to use? He's obviously going to start with Urethane here. Is he going to be able to stay in Urethane the whole game? Is it going to remain effective the whole game? And yeah, those are the two main things I'm looking for here.
It was in Pennsylvania, Mike. Maybe you know that person.
Maybe.
Shot 900.
Maybe. It was in Pennsylvania. Who was it? What's the name?
So here's the deal. Like, just off the first shot here, Sterner goes dead through the face, right?
Dead through the face.
Like,
right away.
Dude, like, how – now here's my thought here is how long until he switches out of that Urethane? Because he can't wait 5 or 6 frames to switch out of it, right? Like, he's going to have to make a quick move out of it if by the third frame he's not liking it. But he also made a gesture to his ball rep about how he probably grabbed on it. So, FYI, Belmo is using performance.
Belmo's throwing a high road.
A solid high road or like a blue high road? Like which high road? The OG?
Nano. I think it's the purple one.
Wow.
Pearl?
That's an interesting ball choice.
Isn't the purple one the high road Pearl?
No, there's 2 of them. They have I don't know. Let's hold on. Let's see here.
I can't really tell either. It's tough to see.
Oh
the
yeah,
color.
it is the Nano. It's the purple blue one, right? The solid, right? PJ.
Yeah, and then a hustle on the left lane.
Okay.
Wow, interesting ball. Wow, that first ball looked good. That ball looked really good through the pins. And his speed looks like he's throwing it harder. No, PJ.
He's trying to throw it hard for sure, but man, he's 7-8 left of Sterner.
You guys, some of you guys are ahead of us because we paused for 15 seconds, just so you're aware at the beginning of the show. If you're just joining us, we paused for 15 seconds. So if you want to pause for 15 seconds and sync up with us a little bit more, you can, but not a huge deal either way. Oh, Belmo coming out with the fire, okay? With the absolute fire here.
Because, I mean, obviously, this isn't a dual pattern tournament, so that left lane is obviously hooking a lot more. He's standing so far left on the left lane.
It's got to be, and it's a much cleaner ball. The hustle's a lot cleaner than that high road. So either that lane hooks a lot more, or Belmo's trying to keep it in front of him and not, go ahead.
Safe to say that after the second frame, Sterner might be in a little bit of trouble here. Is that safe to
I don't
say?
know. I think this shot in the third is big because he 3-6-10 the first frame, and if that lane starts to hook in the front, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to. The problem with the Urethane is if you have to move left and you try to open up the lane, that's when you get into trouble with the Urethane. It burns out. You leave 10 pins, 7 pins. So it'll be your third shot
frame,
here is good.
Yeah, it looks like the third frame he just went like 1-1 or 2-2 left and just jammed it right in there.
Yeah, it didn't look all that great to me. It didn't look. I mean, it looked okay. It looked doable for that frame, but I mean, that looks like one of those ways to play the lanes where if you don't execute it just dead on, you're probably not going to strike. And honestly, it looks like he might need something more than that to beat Belmo here with the way Belmo has started out his first 2 shots. But all right, we got a match. We got a match through the first half of the game here. Anyway, Sterner's definitely not crumbling. We talk about the Belmo effect a lot around here, Rob, and how PJ when guys bowl him, a lot of times they seem to not bowl their best game or not give him the biggest challenge. And we feel like you see that a lot in these shows that he makes. And here we see Sterner actually coming out and, not starting out real well in that first frame, but coming back, making 2 good shots and not putting himself in a position where when Belmo gets up and throws the next double, there's max pressure on him now. Any thoughts on that, PJ?
It's amazing. The Belmo effect is real, no doubt about it. And Belmo just looks so relaxed. Looks like he's won qualifying, and he's bowling for a major on live TV, and he just looks like he's won qualifying. It's amazing how relaxed he looks. The only thing that I would maybe watch out for with him using these balls, oh boy, is how hard they can change direction down lane.
Belmo is going to be tough to beat this game. I'm just throwing that out there. He's going to be tough to beat this game.
Any text from Slocum, Mike? Yet?
No, they don't. They don't have any. I've been checking. They don't have any odds up for match 2, and it's been that way. Oh geez, oh man, Sterner with the big mistake here. All right, see, we just talked about it, and it's tough for him to get up there and keep putting that pressure on Belmo, and keep forcing Belmo to get up there and absolutely make shots to stay ahead in the match. So he leaves the 4, 7, 9, 10. Oh, and he makes it. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh man. All right. Yo, I don't know if you guys will agree with me, but that's a little bit of a momentum shift there.
No, it's not.
No? All right. I mean, come on, though. We've all been in that spot. We have all been in that spot where you see your opponent leave something that looks impossible, and they make it, and you're now dejected, and they are elated. And that's what just went down there. I don't know.
Or liked that shot on the right lane. I think he liked it. So
yeah, that checked upper. And now he's going to have to move left, and Jason's got it. He's going to have to get out of urethane. I'm telling you, if he wants to win this match, he's going to have to get out of urethane.
Man, he's just trying to execute the perfect shot and get up there and just throw perfect. All right, well, here we go. Next 2 shots by Belmo are gonna I think tell the tale of this match. I really do. I know we're a little bit behind where you're at, PJ. It seems so. Give us a few to catch up here.
No doubt. I'll wait till you guys comment on it.
Yeah, but these next. How are you so far ahead?
Because because you were ahead of me by 10 seconds, and I went to fast forward and it went to live for me.
Oh my goodness, PJ, you just said it.
I've had this conversation with Belmo many times, where when he gets on TV, he really likes to use balls that change direction really hard. A high road nano. He's used, axioms before that were shiny. And so I tried to.
Oh, this sicko! This guy's a sicko! Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Oh, this guy is a sicko. This guy is a sicko. This guy is a sicko.
As good as he is, he's one of the best spare shooters on tour also.
Dude, PJ, I've said that numerous times on this show that he might be the best spare shooter on tour. I mean,
are you kidding me?
PJ, is that safe to say that he might be the best spare shooter on tour?
Absolutely, for sure.
Which is scary. It's so scary, dude. I mean, you have a strike shot, like the way he throws it for a strike shot, and then it could be to be the best spare shooter on top of it. What a match! This is holy.
Oh my goodness! And let's be honest. Like Sterner's conversion was lucky, and Belmo's conversion was just he just aced it. He just aced it. My God, he just aced it to make the 3-4-10. Are you kidding me? This guy is a sicko. Of course he gets up on the next one and throws it perfect.
Yeah, this is a good match. This is such a big shot for Sterner right here because it'll put him within 11. Oh, commercial break. Oh, Lord.
All right, we're gonna when we get back, Rob. Let's try and people in the chat are saying we should fast forward or go. I'll try and fast forward a little bit to sync up with where you guys are in this. So, all right, we'll be right back, people. Oh my God. right, we're back. I fast forwarded to live. Tell me where you guys are. They're showing a shot of the crowd right now. Are we pretty synced up?
Yep.
Okay, Rob, you pretty synced up?
Yeah, I went to live too. I just saw the Randy Peterson, but meet
Okay.
me in the lanes.
Earl is watching. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. We're
good.
pretty good then. We're pretty good. PJ, you at the same spot?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Okay. If you're in the chat with us and you had paused with us before, you might want to fast forward and get caught up here. Okay.
This is a huge shot, by the way. It's such, dude, coming out of a commercial break, you're on a strike. You could put the match within 11 pins, and you have to be perfect throwing the shot right now if you're Sterner. Preferably, my opinion, I think Sterner is going to 10 pin. I don't know. I don't like.
You think there's any? Do you think there's any chance he throws a different ball here?
No chance. No chance. He's going down with the ship, Mike.
And we're wrong. Mike called it. We're wrong.
Okay. All right. There you go. See? Come on. Don't tell me that I don't know my stuff. All right. I could tell what everybody else should do. I just don't know what I should do.
Well, look, like,
this ball looked great. This ball looked great in that one shot that he threw in the 10th. So, all right, let's see what he's got here.
I said he needed to be out of that ball, like, in general. But, okay. So, wow, what a big shot this is.
That was perfect.
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of us, PJ. You're like 2 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, I'm still a little bit behind. Rob, it seems like you're synced up perfect with me. That was a great shot, though, to get up out of a commercial break, changing balls, going from urethane, moving left, playing a different zone on the lane. Really great shot. I mean, he's applying some pressure here.
But wait, here's the thing, though. The left lane, Belmonte was playing him so much different. So is he going to be just more left on the left lane with the resin ball now? Like, I mean, you would think so, right?
No, he's using the same ball. That's clear.
Yeah, I mean, he had to switch out of it.
Well, no, I mean in terms of two different balls. Does he look further? He does look a little further left on that lane. Oh, man, he aces it. Oh, my goodness.
Those were really good. Those were really good.
He pointed at his ball rep, too. You know what? I mean, the ball rep saw what we saw, right? Like, I mean, we saw it. Mm-hmm. Like, I said he should have been out of the urethane earlier than that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the. I mean, and I'm not comparing myself to these guys by any means, but for me, that's one of the problems that urethane presents, is that when you start with it and it looks really good, it's then really tough to get out of it when it starts to not look so good. Like I'll leave a 2-pin or a 2-8 and say, oh, well, that was just a little fast, or a flat 10, and like, I just didn't get that one enough. And really, when I switched to the other ball, I realized, man, I should have switched, 5, 6, 7 frames ago, 3 games ago in some cases for me. But yeah, I think that's a general problem it presents.
So interesting here, this ball graphic, right? That he's about 5 boards more left, but the break point is similar on both lanes. So that's an interesting, and he's using two different, but he's using the same break point. Oh, okay. So he didn't like that shot. He didn't like it, and he still struck.
Oh, he gives him the Belmonte boom. The Belmonte boom comes out. Give him it's the new crotch chop. It's the new crotch chop. The Belmonte boom. Oh,
he didn't
my
like
goodness.
It. And he looked right at Sterner too. When he looked at him, he said, "Boom, baby, let's go."
Boom. He knows when it's coming. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Wow. Sterner's got an answer here. Oh my goodness, this ball looks so good. This ball, what a smooth character. What a smooth cat. What a smooth cat, No, he knows exactly. Re-rack here, I would take a re-rack here if I were him. I would have to
got some swag, man. Sterner's got some swag.
Mike, PJ, if this was me right now and I'm getting up in the 9th and Belmonte just did a boom on my face and I nut this shot.
He just did a boom on my face. I love it.
Boom. Yo, I'm going to give him the business. The business.
We know you would, Rob. I don't know what Sterner's going to do. He got it. It held. It looked left. And he slaps it out. He didn't go too good. Wait, he's mumbling something.
Oh, he's
I can't
talking,
hear what
he's
he's
talking.
mumbling. Oh my God.
He's talking.
He is chirping. He's chirping a little bit, it looks like. I'm gonna speculate. I'm gonna speculate on what he's saying. He's probably saying, "You ain't gonna intimidate me with the Belmo boom on my face. You ain't giving it to
hold
me."
on, Belmo picked up the wrong ball.
No,
wasn't he throwing the nano on the right lane?
He was throwing a nano on the right lane. Does he know that? How do you not know you have the wrong ball?
What? That had to be purposeful. That had to be purposeful.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
just
right.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, that had to be purposeful. That had to be purposeful.
I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm curious after this match if we rewind it and see what he threw in the seventh, if that was the high road or if that was the hustle.
No, I think it was the hustle. I think he used the hustle. Yeah, I do want to say that because I couldn't tell the difference a little bit.
Oh my God,
Yo.
Sterner has 266 sitting down in the ninth, going into the 10th, and he may not get a chance to throw a meaningful shot here. This is sicko. Yes, Robert Hamilton. We're questioning whether Belmo pulled a big Mike. Yes, that would be interesting. Ooh. Let's see.
That's
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sterner's gonna have a chance here. Goodness gracious. You know what that shot just reminded me of? It reminded me of when Belmo lost to Matt O'Grady and O'Grady went on to win, where he had that messenger 10 and it just didn't hit. I don't know why that came to mind, but that just came to mind right there. Oh man.
So
Sterner's odds keep looking better and better here with like every frame that goes by. My goodness.
Does Belmo re-rack here?
Yeah, you have to.
Absolutely.
256.
Absolutely.
So Sterner needs a double if Belmo strikes in the fill.
No re-rack.
Come on, Belmo. You got to get a little gamesmanship here. Make him sit. Ice him.
Double.
Man.
266 would be two. Wow. Sterner's going to need a double if Belmo strikes.
As long as Jay strikes, right?
Yeah. Oh, Belmo's going to wish he had that first shot back. I thought it was pretty good, that shot that he threw. Oh, that's vicious. Oh, that is nasty.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
All right, so 9 spare.
Tie.
9 spare strike tie here.
Strike spare win.
Yeah. Yeah, so he needs the first one, right? He needs the first one and a really good second one.
Yeah.
No, bro, boys, he needs a double to win. If it's strike 9 spare, it's a tie.
Yes, strike.
You're right. Strike. Yes, you're right. So
he needs a double.
So okay, all right. Man, we got a good chance of a tie here. I feel like
I'm not looking at the chat either because a lot of people are ahead of us. So.
Oh my goodness gracious, it looks good.
Good.
My goodness, shaker. Oh my goodness, shaker. Oh my goodness.
What a ball change,
screws,
by the way.
It was right on the screws.
What a ball change. Now, what do you do if you're Sterner?
Re-rack?
You got.
I think he just tried to re-rack and they didn't give it to him.
That's bullshit.
Well, I think it has to be the first thing that you do.
If Sterner, you think he needs to just touch it slower in that shot? He's the tendency to go hard, right?
I feel like he's got the berries on this lane.
Yep, he does.
I really do. I mean, this ball switch was just incredible. Here we go. Oh my goodness! What that was ball pure change. Oh, what a performance! And he's getting hype. I love it. Oh my goodness! Jason Sterner moving on.
Wow. All right. How those plus 2,000 odds looking now, Sterner?
I mean, I wish I had my 100 on him at this point as opposed to Belmo.
You already scammed enough on this thing out of that first match, Mike.
No, I was going to say.
I forgot to give the update. They already paid the bet.
Boom.
They already paid the bet. Boom. It's already in my account.
Hey, see if you can get on now and get Sterner at plus 2,000.
Yeah.
See if
Yeah,
they'll give him
seriously.
you at plus 2,000 right now.
True. Let's see.
Come on. Oh shit. Oh man, what a match. All right. We're gonna go to commercial break here. PJ, we appreciate your time.
Bumping out,
Mike,
for sure.
Mike's doing his betting, and
They wouldn't
got
let
a
me get
home
it
run.
in. They wouldn't let me get it in.
Yeah, I bet.
They wouldn't let me do it. All right, PJ, yo, thank you for the time, man. Thanks for joining us. We know you're going to go practice some baseball with the youngin.
Yep.
All right,
All
is
right,
that
boys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
is that what season they're in out there right now?
Yeah, baseball season for sure.
Okay. All right, yo, go get it. Have fun.
All right, boys.
All right, man.
All right, PJ. See
Always
ya.
fun. All right, Rob, we'll take a quick break here. We'll get back with the people. All right, Rob, we're back. The show is coming back on. They're showing highlights, I believe, of a country music star. I forget his name. I saw this on Twitter earlier today. Jimmy Allen. There you go. Country music star Jimmy Allen. He came out to this event and did some bowling. So that's cool. It's always cool to see any kind of celebrity person that has some pull in the social media game come out and support the bowling.
Well, I mean, look, like country music's got a huge following, and it definitely has, more of a following than a lot of other music. And hey, look, like whatever gets bowling attention, good attention or bad attention to a certain degree to the sport, was always, a good thing. Tommy is throwing resin.
Yeah, bro.
Practice.
Yeah, you're watching the same thing I am. It looks like with that one practice shot that we saw, he's going to throw resin. All right, Rob, we have another guest we're going to bring on, and friend of the show. He was actually just texting me before he came on that he bowled one of the greats for this title. Rob, let's bring him on. Charlie, what's good?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
All right, chilling. Enjoying the show. That last match was some good entertainment there. I was just telling the people you were texting me.
How good was that?
Oh my goodness, that was a sick match. These guys are sickos. Sickos with this. To think that Sterner's spare was the difference in that match. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's just he hits a 4-pin in the face and it bounces out. Holy shit!
Crazy.
Oh
Crazy.
my god! I mean,
But
especially in a game like that against Belmonte.
Unbelievable. You bowled for this title before. You were just telling me in the chat. Yes.
Yeah. I bowled Earl Anthony when he went over $1 million. If he would have, he'd lead a double in a 10th to shut me up. And he threw the first one great. And then after he let go of it was horrible. I mean, the ball revved up about 8 times and he took the 5-7, 5-10 off the wall. And other than that, I'd had a shot at him in the 10th. But yeah, it's just to do that. What's really funny about this with these guys you're using urethane, the first shot that on that left lane with the urethane against Belmonte, that ball got about 40 feet and just started going dead left. And I'm surprised he didn't switch into that urethane or switch into that resin right away.
Mike, did I say that? I say that?
Yeah,
Mike?
Rob said the same thing, and especially after you saw the shot that he threw in the fill the game before, right? Like the shot in the fill looked really good as well. And I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if he came out.
That ball looked terrific.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if he came out with that ball, and he didn't. All right, so we got the start of our action here in this semifinal match. At Rob, as you commented when we saw the piece of the practice there, the last couple shots, Tommy Jones throwing resin, just throwing something reactive. Tough for me to see what ball it is. Rob, you got an idea of what ball it is there?
Yeah, it's an incognito. It's a radical, I think. Incognito.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Interesting choice. Radical incognito. All right. Sterner sticking with the same ball that he used in the last game, obviously. My rooting interests at this point are totally related to betting. So I'm heavily rooting for Tommy Jones to win these next two games here. But I gotta say, I watched a lot of the qualifying this week and the various levels of the eliminator match play, I would say, is what I would call it. And Tommy Jones did not throw reactive very much during those 6-game blocks of the eliminator match play, at least. So, obviously it's the right move to throw something reactive here, but my point more being that he's doing something a lot different here than he was throughout the rest of the week. So, Charlie, who you got a favorite here in this matchup, and a particular reason why?
Well, it's hard. It's pretty hard to go against Sterner at this point with the look that he has and just his mentality. I mean, gassed after after having put such an effort into beating Belmonte, but oh man, that shot was just pure. Oh my God, I might be a little bit ahead of you guys. I don't know, but
no, we're right at about the same place.
Really
Are you talking about the shot in the second frame? Was that the one in the second frame?
Yes, yeah, Sterner's shot in the second, yeah.
Okay, and then we're right. What you hear, Rob? I assume
really funny. The ball rep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the ball rep for both these guys, Eric Krause, is he's fantastic. I've known Eric for a long, long time, and he was a pro shop in Lansing, and up through Brunswick, and I'll tell you what, he's really something. He's really been good. You know, he's been a really good find for Brunswick because he's got better. These guys are bowling a lot better. Of course, the equipment's getting better too, but.
Well, both these guys look locked in. I mean,
Yeah.
Blake
Sterner's throwing a Quantum Evo.
Wow.
A Quantum Evo.
Yeah. Is it the regular one, Rob, or is it the I know there's a Pearl out for that ball. Is it the Pearl one or the regular one?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that one's the Pearl, the way it looks. I think it's
okay. Okay, wouldn't surprise me if it's the Pearl as well. I think a couple guys were throwing that throughout the week. So, all right, yeah, Quantum Evo Pearl for Jason Sterner, we'll call it, and the Radical Incognito for Tommy Jones here. And both these guys look pretty locked in. All right, Jones with the first really errant shot of this match here, 3-6-10. And, you know, Charlie, you just commented about how Sterner is throwing it very well, and, you know, his look looks really good here. And, yeah, it definitely seems like he's going to be tough to beat. Rob, are we going to see another situation here where a guy is going to go from the last match and bowl for the title?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, how could you think not? I mean, and you would have to also first really miss spare of the night of the morning.
Terrible.
Dude, Sterner's going to have such an advantage bowling against Prather, having 3 or 4 games already on the pair, and then, you know, being real comfortable. So, I mean, if Sterner goes ahead and wins this match, it's going to be another instance where the number 1 seed's going to really have a complete disadvantage bowling for the title.
Rob, you didn't get a chance to see Prather bowling the other night, did you? That Friday night.
No, I got rid of my Flow Bowling subscription because I didn't think that the product they were giving me was worth the money.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Prather was just he had a stretch where, oh my God, he was just unbelievable. He shoots 300, he starts, you know, he's got a 19 bagger, and he gets stopped by a solid 9. And it just, I mean, you talk about puring shots. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous, you know. So I don't know. It's you know, I'd like to see Sterner win, but boy, that'd be really tough for Prather to lose. Oh man, after leading these 2 majors, and that'd be brutal. That'd be absolutely brutal.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about it earlier in our intro a little bit, and I said specifically that I'd really be surprised to see Prather not come out here and bowl really well, especially since the things went the way they did in that previous major there. But yeah, Sterner looks really good here. I mean, 4-pin, you know, a little bit high. It looks like that right lane might be going a little early. It looked like that ball hooked a little early to me. And then he gets up and throws a strike, and now Tommy Jones gets up on that right lane that I just said is hooked. Looks like it's hooking a little early, and yeah, it kind of goes through the face here for a 4-7-9. This match is looking over early, gentlemen. Rob, thoughts?
Yeah, I think like you hit the nail on the head. I think Tommy was just through urethane all week, and he got out of his norm trying to play left to right now with the resin. And I just don't think he was comfortable, honestly, on this pair.
You know what's incredible is how fast this lane blows open. That right lane looked pretty good. Now all of a sudden it's, geez, that's on a dead left.
Yeah, I agree. Those shots that they just threw on that right lane absolutely would have been dead flush just in the 10th frame in Sterner's shots, you know. So, and again, Tommy Jones high on the left lane leaves a 6-pin.
Exactly.
So, all right, yeah, this is Sterner's just going to have to get up here pretty much, and couple more good shots, and he's going to be bowling for his first major title.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how fast it's just, man, oh man.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break here.
Yeah, and
Charlie,
I mean, is that
stick with us? Stick with us.
Okay.
Hold that thought. We're going to go to commercial break. Stick with us. Rob, put up our banner. People, stick around. We'll be back for the second half of this match. All right, Rob, we're back. Charlie, we're back. Charlie Tapp, friend of the show, joining us for this match here between Sterner and Tommy Jones. Sterner with the really huge advantage here. And to be clear, like, he went 279 game one, right? Then he went 266 or something close to that in game two. And through half this game, he's pacing 279 again. And oh man, wow, wide right there. All right, not really going to affect it though. See, he's just gonna rein things in. You know, made a bad shot. He's just going to rein things in though. No big deal there. More importantly, here, my bets are looking terrible. Here's what's going to happen today. I'm gonna know the result of one of the matches that I bet on, and I'm still gonna lose money betting on bowling. That's what's gonna happen here today. So all right, Sterner makes the head pin spare there. No big deal. You know, I feel like he's got to get up and throw a pretty good shot here just to solidify himself. Like, you see these swings of momentum where, okay, I throw a bad shot, guy throws a bad shot, and then gets up on the next one, maybe catches a bad break, a 4-9, 7-10, and all of a sudden there's a different momentum to the match. There's a different feel to the match. So I'm interested to see how he responds here. And yeah, trip 4, he's still looking good. So he's in good shape.
I kind of feel like if Tommy can, like, obviously Tommy can't miss the rest of the match, but I feel like if Tommy could put some strikes together here, it might actually be a closer match than we think going into 10 frame. I think Sterner's look is starting to look a little bit shaky here. It's starting to move a little bit around for him.
Charlie, thoughts?
Yeah. These 2 shots are big for Tommy. I mean, he's down by 37.
Yeah, it's it.
I think I'm Rob, a little bit behind you guys again, but
okay. All right, no, it's all right, Rob. You just said it. He's got a strike on every shot, and he gets up here on this shot, and 2-4-8-10, 2-4-8-10. So even if he makes it here, which is a large task, but of course he does make it. This is the show of made splits. This is the show of made splits. Okay, that's how I will remember the show, but. All right, so now his max is 208. Sterner's got 259. Sterner's look is not that bad that he's going to fall apart here. So let's talk about this championship match. All right, I think it's somewhat safe. We're not black clouding Jason Sterner, I don't think, by starting to talk about this championship match. And Rob, you brought it up earlier, so I'm going to defer to you first here. You think that Prather faces a huge challenge now in this match? Yeah,
I do. Tommy just needs to pack it in at this point.
Well, isn't that the difference between the urethane and the reactive? Like the urethane is controllable, and then he's throwing something reactive here, and he's painting pictures all over the place. Just a comment about what he used during the week versus what he's using here. But go ahead, Rob, in terms of Prather's challenge. And he makes it again. He makes it. Oh, my God. This is just sick. This is sick. This is so sick.
The number 1 seed hasn't –
it's sick. Yo.
The number 1 seed has been disadvantaged throughout the whole, tour this year.
That's crazy.
I don't feel like it's going to be any –
are they getting that cliffed?
Yeah, I don't know. I see the same thing you do, though.
They're getting that cliffed.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Sterner's feeling it. Sterner's feeling it now. He's just absolutely feeling it. Relaxed, throwing good shots. His look looks really good. It looks like he's going to shoot at least, 250 or better here. So yeah, he's locked in. But Charlie, I kind of saw the same thing you did there with Tommy's shot, where when he got it right, it just absolutely didn't even hook at all. But then when he gets it a little bit left, it seems to go through the face. And Rob, I'm going to go back again about Prather having to come in here now. And Rob, these look a little sloppy. Rob, what do you think about Charlie's point?
Yeah, they look sloppy. Prather though has the ability to probably be a lot further left than Sterner is, which he's probably going to be. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be either obviously an advantage or disadvantage for him, but I feel like Sterner has a really good idea of what they're doing right now, but Sterner is dealing with a little bit of transition, as you can tell with his reaction right now. His reaction doesn't look as good this last half of the game as it did in the first half of this game. So, it'll be interesting to see how Prather plays him. Obviously, we all know he's going to be further left. We'll have to see if that looks better. So, I still like Sterner in the finals here.
Okay, Charlie, in terms of what you were just talking about, and you heard Rob's points there, what are your thoughts going into this final match about the challenge that Prather faces here, especially given the way the lanes look?
Well, I think if, like Rob said, if he gets further left to Sterner and he gets the ball to stop in the right spot, I think he probably still bowl 230, 240. And Sterner's starting to get a little bit of little bit of wiggle, but I don't know if maybe he's trying to throw up a couple of test patterns here a little bit, but yeah, I don't know if he's losing his look or not, but it sure kind of looks like that the last couple of shots. Especially when you see what Jones's ball is doing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see going into this last game here if Sterner either A, makes any adjustment, or if perhaps he tries something different and switches balls yet again here going into this last game.
You have to switch right now to see what's out there, right? I mean, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah, it looked like he put it up on the rack.
Yeah, I saw that too, Charlie. I noticed that as well. So, all right, going to be interesting here to see how this last match shapes up. Prather bowling for his second major in a row. Things didn't go his way last time. Didn't really bowl his best game. We're going to see what he does here. We heard everybody's thoughts. Charlie, friend of the show, man. We always appreciate you giving us the time and coming on. It's always good to hear from the guys that were out there back in the day. We're bowling historians around here, so we love that aspect. We appreciate you being a friend of the show. Thank you for joining us, bro.
All right, guys, you're welcome. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right, no doubt. Stay in touch. All right, Rob, we're going to go to commercial break here ourselves, and we'll be back for this World Championship final here, man. All right, Rob. We're back. I'm not sure they're going to start the match here yet. They might, they sometimes do that double commercial break.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties, FYI. My computer is really struggling right now. So if it goes to commercial, I might have to restart.
I'm gonna pop.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to commercial break. I'm gonna restart.
I'm gonna pop back in. Are they going to another commercial? Yeah, they are. All right, we'll go back to commercial. We'll be back in a couple.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to commercial and I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be right back.
All right. All right, we're back. We're back. Rob's patching things together. We don't know if we're going to be able to hear him or not. We'll give him a minute here. It's fine. I'm back with the people. Championship match here, PBA World Championship. All right, and it's Jason Sterner against Chris Prather. Jason Sterner running all the way from the bottom spot, taking out monsters, taking out serial killers on his way to this championship match, including Belmo, including Buttress, including Jones, and now he's got to go up against who, right now, I would have to say I probably consider to be the best bowler in the world. At least the best one-handed bowler in the world for sure is Chris Prather.
So, Tess, can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, we can hear you, Rob. You're good. You're back.
I've been running around. Thankfully, I have a work computer. My old computer died on me, and it was on the charger. And thankfully, the PBA had 2 really long commercial breaks for me to run around and try to fix it. But yeah, Prather using a dart code. This is his A game, honestly. He's standing left. He's throwing right. So, I mean, honestly, like, this is going to be a hard beat for Sterner. I still do like Sterner, but this is Prather bowling the last match in the finals is a benefit and advantage to him because of the fact where the lanes have been bowled on. He can stand left and throw right. As if Prather was bowling early, I feel like there would have been a disadvantage for him. But I do like Sterner's. To me, Sterner's still the favorite just due to the fact that he's been on this pair. Prather is using a UFO alert on the left lane, so he is playing him differently as well, too. So just the FYI on that.
And, I mean, starts out with 2 just absolutely perfect shots. Absolutely perfect shots.
I'm really hoping this turns into, like, a match for the ages. But this is going to be a high-scoring match for sure.
I just wanted to pop out. I know people get aggravated when we're not in our right positions here, so let's pop out for the people. All right, let's see. Sterner, Rob, we discussed before this match started a possible change, maybe ball change in the way he's playing lanes. Looks a little deeper to me. I mean, he's feeling it. He's feeling it.
He's vibing, man. He's vibing.
He is. He's in that zone. He's honestly in that zone.
I used to
plus 2,000. He was plus 2,000. I mean,
I know. Mike, and you were talking about how you wouldn't even put any money on him at the beginning.
I'm terrible,
dude. But
terrible.
I've been in those like levels where you're bowling and all you do is all you hear is like a music inside your head, and there is not like you are in that like level, Mike. Like you don't hear anything else. There's no one in the crowd. Like,
he is. You're right, Rob. He is in that zone. Did you see the way he just looked at the camera after that little love tap strike? The brakes are going his way. Things are falling his way. He's feeling it. He already beat Belmo. He already beat Jones.
But called it though, and I disagree with you. And I made a mistake. You said that momentum, that split was a momentum changer when he bounced it out, and it was. But this match is gonna be a nasty match, Mike. Because
with that said, Prather looks like he's in serial killer mode.
Yeah, but he ain't vibing like Sterner, man. Sterner's fucking vibing right now. Like,
yeah, you're right. I agree, but Prather coming out absolutely killer here. The thing is, and I feel like we saw this from Prather in the previous finals appearance in the last major, that it only takes like one shot, and that mindset can change for him. So yeah, definitely something to look for here. But there in the 4th frame, another perfect one. Rob, both bowlers perfect through 7 shots in this championship match here.
Are we going to see the first ever 300 tie for a major championship?
Do they still have the $1 million this year? Is the $1 million still in play? I haven't heard much about it this year, so I don't think so.
They would have been talking about it every 15 minutes if it was. But
how awesome. I mean, you know what? That would be very bowling-like, where they put $1 million up for a season or 2 and no one even comes close to shooting 300 in the final. And then they take it away and somebody does it. But it ain't going to be Jason Sterner because he just went ring 10. And he's the first one to miss in this match. So
So real quick, so here's my thoughts: is Sterner's reaction is good, but the way the pins are falling for him, the last shot prior in the third, he had a late trip 10, and now he leaves the 10. Prather, you haven't seen any pins left on the deck when his strikes or when his ball's going through the pins. So to me, the complete reaction advantage right now is with Prather. But that being said, if Prather makes one little bit of a speed mistake, Prather has the opportunity to go 5 or 6 through the face at any minute. Sterner, I think, is going to be more a consistent reaction to the pocket. It's just a matter of Sterner is going to be able to carry.
Okay.
So you see how his ball is going into the pins, and right when it hits the pins, his ball is kind of almost deflecting to a certain degree, where his ball hits the pins and it kind of goes through the pins to the right. Like it's watch this. You see the zoom? You see how his ball kind of shifts to the right a little bit? That's what leaves your 10 pins when your ball deflects too much. Prather's ball, when it goes through the pins, it's not doing that. His ball is going directly left through the pins. It's going to leave him for 9 pins or big split.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, that shot that he just threw in the 5th frame, Prather, that just like came back from nowhere.
Yeah.
That was like amazing. I can't believe that he struck on that shot. That's when I saw it go as far right as it did, I definitely didn't think that he would be striking there.
I love how they didn't even put the UFO alert on Chris Prather's Arsenal bag.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I know they're missing a ball there. I like that. I actually like that ball. I throw that ball a lot.
UFO alert?
Yeah. Oh man. He went from almost disaster 4-9 to almost strike to just 4 pin.
So this is what I was talking about. Like Prather's leaves are going to be 4 pins, 9 pins, or something big through the nose splits. Sterner's leaves are going to be flat 10s, maybe 2 pin if the ball doesn't, if he gets a little bit fast. So you have really a match here, if you're really looking at it at a high level, 2 completely different bowlers with 2 completely different reactions, but both of them have good looks. So this is a great match as a bowling fan to watch right now. It's just definitely a strategy. Robert
Hamilton commenting that someone in the crowd said stand up and fight when Prather just left the 4 pin. So clearly they're vibing with Sterner. They must have a vibe. Some of the crowd must have a vibe going with Sterner here.
Yeah.
All right. He cut that one a little bit short. Short.
I didn't think that was even possible with the way his ball was reacting, but he must have got slow on that. Does it show what his ball speed was?
That didn't look left to you. That looked left to me right out of the gate.
It looks slow too a little bit. This is a hard spare under the circumstances, though. He's a good spare shooter, man. He knows he didn't throw it very good, but I mean, he needed that shot, Mike. He really did.
Well, I was just going to say it's interesting because he missed, and then Prather had a chance to get up and really apply the pressure to him. Prather misses it, evens it up. Sterner has a chance to now get up and put the pressure back on Prather, and he misses again. And yeah, I really don't think that's a good sign. But that one looked left as well, and that one held.
But he's further left on the left lane.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Maybe the right lane is starting to maybe break down a little bit quicker. I'm curious to see if how his ball looks now on this right lane. If you're Prather and you just saw Sterner do that, do you move left or do you just? I mean, you can't move if you're Prather right now, right?
Yeah.
But he went high flush too on that right lane. He almost left a 7, so he's got to make a little bit of a move, like a blind move here. It looks like he did move left. Oh, look at this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we just talked in the last match with Charlie about how quickly it seems like some of the transitions are happening on this particular pair.
Right.
And yeah, I feel like you were kind of making the same point there, about how Prather's going to have to get up and adjust just based off of the fact that they may have quickly transitioned from where he was just a couple shots ago on that lane. All right, so 10 pin there.
These guys are on another level of adjusting compared to what most of 98% of the population when they bowl. These guys are looking at each other's shots. They're looking at how the ball is going into the pins. They're looking at when the ball starts hooking. If it's hooking earlier, that they're looking at everything, any data they can get throwing a shot to make moves. These guys' strikes, depending on how they strike, they're going to move, right? So I expect Prather to move left on this lane too. He's going to keep moving left pretty much every other shot.
Oh, that looked perfect. All right, so Prather, if Sterner's still in the match, and if Sterner gets up and doubles here, there's going to be a significant amount of heat on Prather in terms of getting up there and having to strike to close out this match and not let Sterner get up and have the chance to take it away from him. So to me, these two shots by Sterner are just as critical as it can get. If he doesn't make these, this match is pretty much over.
Yeah, this 8th one obviously is going to put him back in the match.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Right now, he knows it too.
That looked oh man.
Mike, he knows his ball reaction right now isn't the greatest. If I'm bowling right now and I mean, yeah, you're bowling a 259 and you're on a big game, but look at his ball. It hits the spot, dude. It is just it doesn't look great going into the pins. So he's just trying to make it work right now, honestly.
All right. So, I mean, man, huge shot. Biggest shot of his career right here, I would say.
100% for a major. Oh,
okay. And he aces it.
He missed left.
He aces it. Okay.
He didn't like it off his hand, though, Mike. You see his reaction?
Well, based on what you just said, honestly, I don't feel like he, feels real great about his look, right? So, to me, any shot that he strikes solidly like he just did in that frame, he had to have thrown it pretty close to acing it to have struck, being what his look is. All right, so max pressure on Prather here now. Like I said, those two shots put max pressure on Prather. See where we're at here. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I mean, if Sterner could win this title, beating Prather, how the lanes are right now, will be an ultimate championship. This is like beating the best in the world at the best of what he does. I mean, he's going to go through Prather, slow hooking it, and then Belmonte. Crazy. Big spare here too. We've seen too many missed spares in these situations like this, but
okay,
this is that spare. All right, so Prather gets up, strikes out in the 10th here for 247, 248, and then forces Sterner to throw a double and a big count in the 10th. So honestly, if you're Prather right now, and how I'm looking at it and how I'm looking at Sterner's reaction, if I double here, I'm feeling really good that Sterner doesn't strike out in the 10th.
Well, even if Prather gets the first one in spares and goes 238, Sterner's still going to need the first one.
Yeah,
right. Because if Sterner went 9, it would be 98 8. Well, then they would tie if he strikes. It would come down to that last shot for whether he ties or not.
I would be
right.
Juicy, like.
But yeah, I mean, he needs it. Obviously, we all been in the spot. You want to double here for sure. Oh, that looked left to me all the way, and he goes 10 pin again. Oh my goodness gracious!
It's not. He's just 2 shots in a row. He tends.
All right. Well, all you can do here is make it, fill the frame, and hope that
Sterner does something.
That's the same thing kind of happens to Sterner. That he either leaves a 10, gets it in a little bit, and the ball skids like that just did with Prather.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Sterner's 9 spare strikes for 238, right? So
right.
It doesn't matter. Sterner just needs 9 spare strike, but still striking the fill to win by a pin is still a big order for anybody.
Well, there's a lot of options that can happen here. He can go less than 9 on the first shot. He could go less than 9 on the second shot.
But yeah, those are two. I don't think Prather made 2 really good shots in the 9th and 10th there.
I thought the one in the 9th was absolutely great. Honestly, I was even going to say that may have been his best shot of the game in the 9th.
The Phil was beautiful. That Phil was his best shot in the last 3 shots. He knows it too. Sterner here for your first major, right? He doesn't have a major, Sterner, correct? First major, man, and he's been vibing, Mike. He's gonna make this shot.
Gets the first one, it's over.
First one's over.
Oh, it's right. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
He lost.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh my God.
Oh, Mike.
Oh my God. I feel for him so bad.
Feel for him.
Oh my God.
Shot. He's lucky he got 8.
I know. I feel for him though to be in that spot and throw that shot. Oh my God, Rob. Oh, dude, Jesus.
A tie here would be juicy, Mike.
Oh my God. Rob, do you know how hard it is to regroup for this shot right here?
Yeah, this is crazy.
I mean, this is
after that last shot.
Mental challenge. This is a mountain of a mental challenge to get up and ace this one for a tie.
Yeah, especially after he just.
Oh my God, shot. I'm nervous.
No, I think he's gonna. This is a tough one.
Looks good. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
we have a tie. Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Prather is lucky right now to be in this.
Oh my goodness. Oh. I was going to say.
Did he just call him?
Oh my goodness. All right, so what does it come down to?
1 shot roll off.
1 shot, okay.
Is it? Or is it they're going to 2 frame for a major?
I'm not listening to the telecast. 1 should say roll off, huh?
1 shot.
Yep, okay. Oh my God, 1 shot. This is for 50 grand. This is 1 shot for 50 grand in a major.
And for a major, 1 shot, Mike.
Yo, how is bowling not more popular? Seriously,
this type of matches.
Come on, man. This is great sports drama right here, man.
Yeah, but a lot
for
of
real.
This is the first time. Was this the first time a major is going to be decided by a 1-ball roll off? Maybe, right?
All right, let's see. Prather.
Good shot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, I'd be giving the business, Mike. You have to give the business there, right?
Of course you got it. You ultimate business. Ultimate business right there.
I might be.
Are you kidding?
The ball return
with the messenger? With the messenger, ultimate business.
Mike, I might.
This is 50 grand, 1 shot. All right, here we go. Sterner, and he's got to get up. Okay, well, he's on the left lane. Oh, looks pretty. Oh, it went early on him. Oh my goodness, it went early on him, and it was left. Oh, goodness gracious. What a match, though. What a match. Could you imagine? Now, I looked up the max bet on Sterner.
Yeah.
In the commercial break that we went to. Do you want to know what the max bet was?
$20.
$12.
So stupid.
$12. So, I was going to say, oh, can you imagine, betting on Sterner for odds of plus 2,000 and, yeah, it's not even that much. So, shout to Chris Prather, man. I mean,
great match.
Great match.
One of the best finishes of a major match I've ever watched, maybe, except for, because I don't think even that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We might have to look it up and ask some people. But was that the first major to be ever decided by a 1-frame roll off? I think so. In my memory,
it is.
Yeah.
In my memory, it is. And I gotta say. And maybe I'm being I'm exaggerating a little bit here. I don't know. We're in the moment. Maybe I'm caught up in the moment right now. This goes down as absolute classic show.
Yeah. Well, the
20 years from now, if you want to point to this era of bowling and be like, yo, you want a show that you can go and watch to kind of show so much about this era of bowling, this show would be a great example. I mean, just look at the players you have, the urethane being used, the ball changes being made, the way they're playing the lanes, Like, so much about this show to me screams classic show. Friend of the show and guest earlier, Charlie Tapp, saying, if I'm Sterner, I'm sick. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. What?
He had it.
Yes.
He had it, Mike. He had a 9 spare strike. He really's been throwing the ball great all show, and then he throws one out the window. Oh, my God, that's sick.
My name is Winston in the chat saying maybe if that shot was for $500,000 instead of $100,000, bowling would be more popular. I don't know. Does it really just boil down to that? Does it just boil down to how much they're bowling for? Because if you don't talk a ton about it, you really don't know how much they're bowling for. And I'm really talking about the quality of the drama that the sport provides. So, but we have Robert Hamilton already starting our review for Wednesday of the World Championship, saying that he would not be taking the car ride home with Jason Sterner. Man. Yeah, I mean, tough.
I probably don't want to ride with Belmo right now.
Tough, man. Oh, my goodness. Tough ending. Tough ending there. Awesome ending if you're a fan, but a tough ending for Jason Sterner. But, all right, Rob, it's been fun. I always enjoy watching the show with you and the other people in the chat, anybody who comes to join us. Thanks for checking the show out. We hope you enjoyed the bowling. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Check us out Wednesday.
Yeah, check us out Wednesday, 8 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, the rest of your weekend, and we'll catch up with everybody on Wednesday.
Later, everyone.
You are now listening to Sweep the Rack podcast featuring Brooklyn Rob and Big Mike.